There may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
We've avoided Zoom for 3 years, and now we're legitimately on Zoom now.
Long time, long time. Appreciate all the good times that our college accounts gave us on Microsoft Teams, but now we're moving on to bigger and worser things.
Because we gotta work with the timing of Zoom now that we're doing it that. But looking at the view though, there's gallery, immersive, speaker, all of that fun stuff. And it's speaking of fun stuff. Welcome to episode 153 of Tailgate Talks. This episode is sponsored by DeFrisher Recycling and Junk Removal and Espada Contracting and Landscaping. More on that later. Well, this is this is interesting because now I don't have a timer to check times on things. I have to basically just wing it. So don't swear because I don't have a timer.
You got it.
I'll just have to figure that out later, honestly. But yeah. So I mean, lot has happened in the last few weeks in sports because last week was just basically a recap show of things, and one of the things we need to get caught up on, which by the way, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm on Zoom. Well, it is the first time I'm on Zoom for the show. First time I am on these virtual shows with Dom when it's just the two of us. Because we show up for work. Kidding.
Flying solo, man.
I'm kidding. Alex Price, come back. But yeah, NHL playoffs. I'm gonna be real honest with you, Dom.
Been checked out since the Pens lost, huh?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
I have.
I
Honestly,
understand.
I haven't. Just sports in general since that week losing to the Pens. Okay, we'll get to Aaron Rodgers a little later. I do have a new. I do have a take now of where my stance is now with Mr. Aller. But that was a lot of a mental thing on me, obviously, as you could tell in the show. The Hawks losing to the Knicks by 50, but I'm not even as mad as it anymore because the Knicks could win the chip.
It's like, would you rather? It's like, would you have rather lost by like a heartbreaking buzzer beater three in double overtime, or no by the 8 minute mark of the second quarter
Yeah,
that the season's over?
yeah, I got
So
over it. I got over it in the second quarter. Like,
yeah, like you knew, like you had another hour and a half to process that the season was done, and then just kind of appreciate what the Knicks were doing there. And
yeah,
they they look like a strong team. I think it's gonna be, I mean, and it's really gonna come down to whether or not the Cavs can play defense. James Harden, his defense does not look that great. On the day that you guys are seeing this, the game two of the Eastern Conference Finals will have completed because we are recording this on Thursday, and that game tips off at 8 p.m. tonight in New York. Cavs Knicks, 3 seed versus the 4 seed. Pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, an incredible game one. Awesome game one, and it just as if you were a Cavs fan, that's just kind of a gut punch, to be up. What was it, 22,
something
and
like
then
that.
and eventually losing overtime. Score. I mean, you just can't go to overtime, score 3 points. That's just about it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But just another insane performance from Jalen Brunson, 38, 5 and 6, 15 of 29 from the field, 1 for 6, however, from 3-point range, 7 for 10 from the line, and 46 minutes played. No, just a solid game. And one thing that really stood out to me late, especially late in the game, the Knicks had 4 or 5 starters on the court. All Mike, of all the bench guys that you could put in a tight game coming down to the wire, off the bench for the New York Knicks, I couldn't believe it because I feel like any other time it's probably Miles McBride, it's probably Mitchell Robinson getting in there to get another big body in there. But nah, if, of all people to be in that game off the bench in the final minute was Landry Shamet. I want to give a big shout out to Landry Shamet with the Wichita State product. It was just weird, man. It was just really weird. I just didn't see just no Josh Hart out there towards the end of the game. Spurs Thunder series is off to hell of a start. I'm really super excited for this one. And if you know anything, Mike, if you know anything about me, you know I hate the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, you don't like shot.
Not historically, not historically the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like loved them, like back in the Harden, Russ, KD days, back way back in the day
Those are fun.
when they were in early transition from the Seattle SuperSonics. Loved the OKC Thunder back in the day. Nowadays, can't stand them. Absolutely cannot stand them. And nothing made me happier than game one in Wemby with a 41 point 24 rebound evening. Just absolutely taking Chet Homer into the dish. Um, Wemby in that game, 41 points, 24 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 of 13 from the line, 48 minutes played. Compared to his matchup in Chet Holmgren in 40 total minutes, Chet went 8 points, 8 rebounds, 0 assists, 2 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3-point land, and just awesome. And like and like it's I feel like with this OKC team, it's either you love them or hate them. You're a fan or you're not a fan, one
Yeah.
of the two. And you know it. I feel like game one just really exposed them. Because Mike, they didn't get to the stripe as often as they're used to.
Right. Right.
They really didn't. Alex Caruso was their leading scorer at 31 points, and the team as a the team altogether was 16 of 19 from the stripe.
Mm.
That's that's a below average night at the stripe for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and it showed. He finished He finished the game with 24 points, 12 assists. But Mike, up to like middle of third quarter, he was having an average night.
Yeah,
Was
from that game, from that standpoint, I could see what you mean, but but yeah, I don't know. But looking at the playoffs, I mean, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Harden fan. I ranted when he got traded to Cleveland just because of his hit trade history with just being lazy in the playoffs normally, historically lazy in the playoffs, and then blaming it on the team that he is employed by, and then requesting a trade. That's where I have a problem with James Harden.
That's
However,
understandable.
however, I wouldn't mind Cleveland winning the chip this year.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it.
It's the only Cleveland team I wouldn't mind. Now, I don't know, man. The Knicks. Every time I think the Knicks are down, they prove me wrong.
I don't think the economy is prepared for that.
Clearly, they've proved me wrong.
Yeah,
Considering who they beat in this playoffs.
I don't think the economy is prepared for that.
Yeah,
You understand do you understand you know what's gonna happen in New York if the Knicks pull off an NBA Finals dub
Stephen A. Smith.
with the World Cup coming?
Yeah,
It's gonna be they're gonna burn the place down.
probably.
They're
Probably.
going to burn. They were going to burn the place down. They're gonna hop. They're gonna hop on the subway over to Queens and burn down MetLife.
Um, but yeah, looking at the playoffs though, real quick on the last thing on the playoffs. If I put you on the spot, who do you think has who do you think has the edge over everybody? I hate to say it, and screw you, Shotgun Adams. It's hard to bet against the Knicks right now, honestly, for me, because I'm wrong every time. I'm wrong every time, and they prove me wrong every time. So I'm gonna have to go with the Knicks, honestly. And I hate to say it, considering they beat the Hawks by 50, but it's really hard to go against the Knicks right now.
Just super quick, I gotta retract my comment from a few seconds ago. I said MetLife. I meant to say City Field.
City Field.
I
They're
gotta
gonna
make sure
burn.
everyone knows
They're,
that I know the
they're,
difference.
they're gonna burn down MetLife. They're gonna burn down City Field. Then they're gonna go to Yankee Stadium. Then they're
Like
gonna make
burning
their
down MetLife would require them to go to to go to Jersey,
jersey. Yeah, I
and
know.
no one wants to do that.
And and then they're gonna all celebrate at Madison Square Garden.
MSG, man, is gonna be rocking. It is going to be rocking this evening, or for you guys, yesterday. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's the way each series stands right now. Granted, game two has finished already, and we're waiting for game two of the Eastern Conference Finals. Honestly, I mean, I do have to agree with you. But in terms of it is tough, like there's not a lot of times where a playoff team is going to blow a lead like the Cavs did, and like I don't think it's going to happen again. Absolutely don't think it's going to happen again because especially after games like that,
Mm,
it's hard. I mean, it's I feel like the losing team has a slight advantage over the winning team after a game like that because the Cavs just have more. They just had more film to watch and more to
I can't.
learn from and more to adjust. But I mean, I just don't see. I mean, it's really just going to come down to it's going to come down to Donovan Mitchell 100%
Oh, for sure.
from the Cavs standpoint.
Mm,
None of the starters are playing bad.
right.
They're really not playing bad. I mean, they shot right around 33% from the field, which isn't not terrible.
Mm,
I mean, Donovan Mitchell 12 for 23, Evan Mobley 6 of 16. Dean Wade 3 of 5, Jared Allen 3 of 6, James Harden 5 for 16. It's kind of that's kind of the weak link in their shooting right there.
mm.
But I don't know, man. The series is going to be very entertaining, and then it's going to come down to whether or not Donovan Mitchell shows up, and then it's also going to come down to whether or not Jalen Brunson shows up, because Jalen Brunson, yeah, second year in a row, he's proved that he can play in the playoffs,
Mm.
and they were. You can't let this dude because he's capable of dropping 40 a night. You know he's absolutely capable of dropping 40 a night. And it just you just can't let him you can't let him go do that. You cannot let him go do that.
No, you
But
can't.
it's gonna be interesting. Um However though, I mean I think the Spurs have a realistic chance of winning the
Yeah.
West.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
It's
for sure.
100%
Because I
realistic. I
feel like
mean,
because I feel like if Shy, who is the MVP by the way, he did win the MVP again. If he has average games, I don't think that's going to win them the West. Just completely honest.
and like everybody on that team came to play on Monday night in game one. And every starter finishing the game with uh double digit points. Keldon Johnson off the bench at 13 points.
Hmm.
Dylan Harper double double. Wemby double double. Stephon Castle double double. And that team's got dudes. So I mean
Yeah.
tonight's gonna be an awesome. Or tomorrow night is gonna be another awesome game. Tonight's gonna be a great game.
Mhm.
But I think the Cavs, and then going back to the Cavs next series, I think the Cavs' best chance at winning this series is to take a game on the road, just get back home.
No, for sure.
Because Rocket Arena is going to be bumping this weekend. It is going to be bumping. and
Hmm.
they haven't. I mean, they don't win a. They like the city as a whole doesn't win a lot. So when
Right.
they got a good team, they rally behind that team. They've been rallying behind the Cleveland Browns for years, who have never been good outside of
Hmm.
1 year, and they did the quarterback dirty. Yep, I'm bringing it up.
Yep, he's bringing it up,
I'm bringing it up.
and also the Browns are going to be stuck with Deshaun Watson most likely,
I mean, they
and
paid him too much. I mean, granted, they did restructure his contract, so he's not making as much money.
yeah.
But like, what do you do
But
when
guess
you
who's
got a
not
dude
going to?
like that on when you got a dude like that on in street clothes that's making that's taking up just a large percentage of your cap.
Yeah, but after all of that talk, guess who's probably not going to get the job?
Love it.
But anyway, it's not football.
Absolutely
It's
love
not
it.
football talk. But uh, honestly, this feels like a basketball episode with 18 minutes left of possibly this meeting because we're on Zoom because we know we're testing this out. Your boy, LeBron James. I don't think he's going to play another season with the Lakers.
I think he's gonna go back to Cleveland. I think it would just make
I
all the
think
sense.
so.
It would make all the sense in
I
the
think
world.
so too. Yep.
And
Yep.
I was
Yep.
texting my buddy about this. I was texting my buddy who's a Cavs fan about this, and I told him, 'cause me and him have always, well, granted, me and him have always sided with each other when it comes to the GOAT argument,
Yeah.
which it's Jordan 100%.
Mhm.
If someone disagrees with me, just come to the comments. Let's talk about
I'm
it.
sure. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they
Just so
will.
you guys know, Jordan's games are accessible. It's not just a matter of looking at stats. You can't say I've never watched Jordan play. You can go watch Jordan. You can go watch any '90s Bulls game ever. You
It's
can just go. You can
honor.
just go watch that. Um, but it just. I mean, I just feel like it makes all the sense in the world for LeBron to go back to Cleveland. And it's not like he's going. It's not like. And it's not like if he's going back to Cleveland, he's going back. He's going back to a rebuilding team. Like that team can be very good.
Yeah. Exactly. They
That
went to
team
a
that team
championship.
could be very good. And like, with their starting lineup, I'll go off their starting lineup from Tuesday.
Mm.
Guys will all play 30 plus minutes. Um, Evan Mobley, Dean Wade, Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. Now, in the regular season, Dean Wade was just never a starter. Yeah, he was true bench guy there.
Mm.
But you take the starting five, you go Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, LeBron James. That team will dominate the East the entire season.
And honestly, as a Cavs fan, but as a Hawks fan, I mean, I'd like to see it.
You
I
know it. You know that team would dominate the East.
Oh, dude, we'd be
Would
screwed. Dude, the Hawks would. Dude, my Hawks would be screwed.
I just don't. I don't see you put that team in the court. I don't see another team in the East that's competing with that.
Right.
Especially not the Detroit Pistons. Maybe in the regular season, yes. Come playoff time when they take the number one seed and play like a playing team, then you got issues. But I just think it makes all the sense for LeBron to go back to Cleveland. However, though,
Mhm.
LeBron also has LeBron has very similar power to that of a GM. If
Mhm.
he tells the office who he wants, they're gonna throw offers trying to get that trying to get that guy to where he is. It would as much as cool it would be for the LeBron James farewell tour to be back in Cleveland, have another chance to bring another ring back to Cleveland. I just feel like I feel like it's gonna be so tough to leave what he's got in LA.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing, though. Look at his. I mean, I don't want to say not counting 2020 because I'm so happy they won a championship in 2020 after Kobe died. It was just a great story, and I know it was the bubble, uh, and I know with how the bubble was going, like if you want to throw that year out with all sports, you're more than welcome to. I'm more than happy.
With
I'm more than happy to throw a Dodgers championship out of the window.
no, hey, just hear me out for a second. I don't think I think any other sport you can throw that. I think any other sport you can throw that out the window,
Except for the
but
NFL. Except for the NFL.
except for the NFL. But with the NBA, With NBA, I feel like that's the one that should be unargumentatively, I think that's a word.
Why is that? And why is that?
Because they were all playing under the same conditions.
True.
They were all dealing. Everyone was on a level playing field.
MLB, to be honest, the MLB is like the only one I don't count because it was like a 60 game
It was
season.
weird. It wasn't. You can get the true 162 games that year, but with the NBA they were all in the bubble. Everyone was in the bubble.
Yeah, but like here's the thing. But this
Playing
is
field was level.
but it's not the point. It's not the point that I was trying to make. You look at his season. Like 2020 was the only season success. Well, I don't want to say successful because they made the playoffs a lot with LeBron in LA. But like in terms of like getting the chip or getting close to the chip, it seems like that was like the only year that was, if you want to call successful, you're more than welcome to. So like honestly, would it be that I know because probably I'm assuming he lives in LA, I'm assuming normally and stuff. And he'd have to move back to Cleveland, obviously, and stuff for the season. But like, would it be hard for him? Like Cleveland, like I'm seeing, okay, maybe Golden State to stay in California, but not even really, not really, because like it's
He
just
wouldn't go. I don't think he'd go to Golden State. I don't.
but
No way.
it's just looking at like the teams that I'm seeing that people that would want LeBron, like anybody's gonna want. Okay, first of all, to clarify, you, all the teams are gonna want LeBron on their roster. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
LeBron. It's LeBron. But like looking at the teams that I'm seeing, like there is no reason other than roster and possibly winning a championship. There is no reason for LeBron to go to New York. There's no reason for LeBron to go to Minnesota, Golden State, uh, Dallas,
Philly,
Philly,
Orlando.
Orlando, you name it. The only three options LeBron that makes sense for LeBron: staying in LA, go back to Cleveland, or call it a career.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
There's
it.
one team that is 100% out of the mix, and LeBron said this with his own. He said this with his own mouth via Bob the Sports clip during that beautiful collab that was. He said he said he said, "Yeah, I ain't never going to Memphis." He said, "I ain't never going to Memphis," and they know that too. Then he was like, he's like, the best shot was 2003 if they won the draft lotteries, and then even then, he would have pulled an Eli Manning,
Of course,
not showed up.
shut up.
But you know, I just feel like I mean, but like LeBron and Luca is just
Yeah.
it's insane. So it's gonna be this off season is gonna be very interesting, because
Hmm.
then again, you got to think, you got to take into account too. Um, it would really just I don't think he would ask for if he wanted to go back to Cleveland. I don't think he would ask for that much money.
No, no, he wouldn't.
I don't think he would try to hurt them.
No.
I think he would take a pay cut and just say, let's go win a championship. But then you got to take into account Bronny's gonna go. He's gonna bring Bronny with him for sure. He's not gonna leave Bronny in L.A. He's also been in L.A. for a few years. His family's out there. You got Bryce at Arizona.
Yeah.
That's a big one. He's a
That's why
family
that's
man.
that's why I'm saying don't rule out him staying in LA too.
Yeah, it could go either way, but I think I think best case scenario he goes back to Cleveland. It would just make so much sense.
Yeah. But with the time we got left, we got about like 10 minutes.
Hello.
So let's see how much more that we know of. We can obviously add more to the recording and add to the recording, which honestly I think if you want to, Dom, we pay the bills, we talk about the Buccos for the time we have remaining. Let this recording stop. Start the buy and sell segment.
Is it giving you
No, it's not.
a time limit?
It still says 3 hours.
All right, then we're probably good because I don't know what this thing is up that's showing up
If
here.
it stops recording, this is you know what? This is our experiment with Zoom. If it stops recording, we'll make a new one and we'll keep it going.
Yeah,
But yeah, now for what I want him to go back to Cleveland for a want stand from a what I want to see as a fan of sports. I want to see him go back to Cleveland.
for sure.
But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, definitely, it's definitely like you said. It'll definitely be a interesting off season,
Yeah,
and I don't know where it's gonna go. We'll 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 see, we'll see. But all right, Bill's time. First full bill. Pay the bill of the official Zoom era. As I try to find the script for. There we go. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this show is sponsored by Defresher Recycling and Junk Removal. The services that they provide is vehicle purchasing, scrap metal, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house garage building cleanouts, and demolition. Three-way easy steps to get paid for your junk. Get in touch, choose your service, and get paid on the spot. They have services in the Greenville, I believe Erie, Pittsburgh area. Of course, I don't have the script by me at the moment. But get in touch. Get in touch with them today at either 724-877-8713. Email them at defresherrecycling@gmail.com. They, of course, are based in Greenville, as I just got the warning that we have a 10-minute warning on this meeting.
I just got it too.
Yeah, and then of course we are sponsored by La Spada Contracting and Landscaping. Call or text for all your renovation needs, including decks, fences, patios, retaining walls, flooring, bathrooms, kitchens, and more. You can contact 412-508-1669. That is 412-508-1669. Serving households within an hour drive of the downtown Pittsburgh area. So now with the time we have remaining, looking at the meeting time that we got, we have officially 9 minutes. So looks like we got to use it on the Pirates, and whatever time we got left, we'll see what we got. All
Yep.
right.
Let's do it.
Honestly, I really don't have a lot on the Pirates other than why is Marcelo Zuna still on this team? Seriously.
I mean,
Why
the bat's been better than it was at the very start of the year. The bat's been slightly better, but but he's not.
yeah, but why do
He's not the true Marcelo Ozuna at the moment.
but why do we wait until later to see like works out? Listen, this is the year that we cannot, and I mean we cannot be waiting on people. This
Can't we just can't yeah we can't wait for anybody to turn it on. It's not.
exactly
It's it's just gonna do nothing but hurt us.
the NL Central is so freaking loaded.
Oh yeah, the
So
whole thing, the
that's
whole
why
thing.
that's why we can't fall behind because we're not going to be able to catch up because all
Because you got the
everybody
Brewers are leading it right now, 29 and 21. I think they have the tiebreaker over the Cubs, and they hold the two NL Central playoff spots at the moment.
and I know
I'm nonstop. I always watch this. I'm a standings watcher, big time, especially when it comes to baseball, because like I get it. We're inching towards the end of May, going into summertime, but it's just a nonstop playoff race. It's an 162 game playoff race, and you go on a stretch where you lose
Mhm.
like 7 of 8, 9 of 10. And you are going to find yourself just scratching and clawing the whole rest of the year,
Yeah,
especially with the way the NL Central's going right now, because as soon as the Pirates start winning baseball games, everyone else starts to win baseball games.
literally.
And you cannot you like and this is the division of all divisions that you cannot fall behind. So the Pirates at 25 and 24 would be second place in four other divisions in baseball right now, except the NL Central. They might be winning the AL Central. AL Central is a disaster this year so far, but yet you just cannot find yourself trailing at any point. I mean, we just what are we our last about like 6 games? It,
Oh God.
it ain't good. We're 2-4 last 6 games. Swept by the Phillies. Swept by the Phillies. Lost an ugly one in the bottom of the 10th to the Cardinals. Then again, you can't drop there's some teams you just can't drop games to, and I mean I get it, and we have we're on our away road trip at the moment with St. Louis, and Toronto will be back in Chicago on Memorial Day, or no, back home against Chicago on Memorial Day. But like honestly, Mike, I mean, I feel like moving forward, I mean, like you said, we just cannot. It is not the year to be waiting for guys to turn on the bats, and that's exactly why I think personally that Joey Bart is going to get the majority of the starts behind the dish going forward.
I don't know, man. Andy
We've been
Rodriguez.
waiting. I know, but Mike, we've been waiting. It's one thing. It's one thing to wait a couple months for a guy to turn the bat on. We've been waiting for Henry Davis to turn it on for the better part of 3 years, and
Mhm.
it's just never been there. And I don't think the Pirates gave him the best opportunities to succeed, especially
No, no,
last time he was in
considering,
Pittsburgh. He was playing right field.
yeah, look at the teams he was on too before all of that too, like the
Yeah,
losing teams he was on. So yeah, no, I agree with that. But at the same time, though, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Once again, it is. I know the saying "no man left behind," but like, man, if we fall behind in the NL Central in May and going into the summertime, we're going to be doing a lot of catch up when we get to August and September.
yeah. I mean, it as of today, it's May 21st. What, 3.5 games back, 4 games back?
Yeah. And why do we have, and my dad made a good point. It was like Billy, and no disrespect to Billy Cook and Nick York, but why do we have these guys like, oh, we can play them in multiple positions defensively, blah, 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 blah. That's not winning games. We got to try something new. Look at what they did in the 90s. That's what worked.
Yeah. And I understand like 162 game season is a long season. You want to try to keep your stars healthy,
Mhm.
but I think every away series, I think every 6 game stretch it should be 5 of those 6 games should be the same lineup, same positions, unless they and then adjust where you see fit. I mean, our top four so far this year has been solid.
Right.
Our top four in the batting orders, I want to say it's right around the 260 mark, which is perfectly fine. Connor Griffin's panning out. If I want to say he's bad, I want to say, I mean, after a tough few games in his debut, after his debut, I mean, he's got the bat up to about 280, so I mean, he's good. But like as of today, Mike, Marcelo Ozuna's batting in that sixth spot, and that's just something I don't think I'm a fan of.
No, I'm not
I really
either.
don't. I really don't. I don't think I'm a fan of at the moment, especially when, especially against the division rival in a game where, I mean, it's not unrealistic to say that O'Neal Cruz, Brandon Lau, Brian Reynolds. It's not unrealistic to say that those top 4 or 5 guys just start trading places on the base path, and I really think that putting him in that sixth spot really should just slow. Like I think it just has the potential to just slow down production, especially when you're looking at a big inning.
Hmm.
When you're looking at a big inning developing, I really think that having him at the sixth spot right now just slows it down. But who knows? What do I know?
Right, right. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just we got to pick these games up against the NL Central, man. It's
For
just,
sure. Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah.
problem with the Pirates. That's the problem with the Pirates, and we don't like to. We don't, in my opinion, we don't adjust to when times are bad. We try to keep going with what's going and praying it sticks, and that's not
Just
going
kind
to
of
move
work
anywhere.
and just kind of working through the funk
Exactly.
that's current.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Dom, I do believe we had one last segment, and we're going to go to the second chat room so we have more time for it because it is a great idea. Uh, so, this weird cut is going to be right now.
Heck.
Oh, man. That'll probably, I should record like a sponsor video, because then between each recordings, it doesn't make it look awkward between each cut, but we'll figure that out later. But yes, last segment. Buy or sell. Dom gets credit for the idea for this one because he literally.
I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot take full credit for it. Shout out the Brilliantly Dubbed Show, one of my favorite podcasts right now. They do a great job. I've been listening to them for a few years now, and they do this segment, and I think it's just I think it's a good idea. I honestly think it's a good idea, and I think
Mhm.
when I think it went. I think when we get to the point where we have all the guys in here,
Mhm.
I think it could really stir the pot a little bit, especially between me and EJ.
Oh God.
Especially, there's no more on. I don't think anyone has any. Actually, who do you think I have the most on camera beef with, Mike?
Definitely not Bryce. You guys are bros.
No, it's me and Bryce. It's just that's a genius type deal.
Great
Very
minds.
much.
Great minds.
I want to say it's EJ.
Is it EJ or is it
I want.
Alex?
I don't.
Now you and Alex don't really argue a lot. I think it's more
No,
so.
I want to say it's me and EJ.
Damn, that's crazy.
EJ, if you're watching this, I'm when you get back, I'm ready to debate a little bit.
Ooh,
But
ooh, EJ Dom debate. Bring back the debate show.
yes, sir. But
Damn.
the idea with this segment is whatever's good like you find something that's going on, something that happened, a team, an individual of some sorts in the sporting world, and then you can say yeah, their stock's going to go up, so you're going to buy them. Stock's going to go down, so you're going to sell them. And as the first sell of this segment, Mike, I'm going to sell. It may come to a shock to a lot of people, not so much, but not really. I think I'm going to sell the New York Mets.
You're gonna sell the New York
I'm
Mets.
going to sell the New York Mets.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Explain.
my reasoning behind that is where do you get all this money from? And then you're trailing what 12 games? Trailing 12 games in the NL East early on this year. And I'm another reason I'm just not a fan. It's mostly because they're a big market team, but they gave Boba a number that was good enough for him to leave a World Series team to go to the Mets and lose. So Boba, I guess you can throw him into the cell. You deserve this. You absolutely deserve this. They drug Juan Soto from, I guess you can not can't really say the Nationals, but Juan Soto was drugged from the Nationals because of money. So I'm going to sell the New York Mets. And also my biggest thing with the New York Mets, but just about with like any New York team, I'm not a fan. Never been a fan. I'm coming around a little bit more to the Yankees.
Bro,
Just
anytime I would say anything about the Yankees, I would just jinx them. And Andrew would just hate me forever.
I'm coming around to the Yankees. I got to be honest, because Aaron Judge is just he's such a likable guy,
Yeah.
and so I'm coming around to them a little bit. And also,
It's just when you get
I
the playoffs though. That's the problem with
yeah, but like I do give him a lot of props because like the big thing with the Yankees, that has just been like I feel like it's just been the talk of the social media world the last few years that the Yankees just have the money to burn and they just put together a real like just an insane squad. But this offseason they didn't spend that much money.
Mm,
They had this they had a roster last year. They liked the roster and they said let's just run it back with the same roster. So I give them a lot of props. They didn't. I mean, like they saw. I mean, they weren't. They made it to the playoffs, weren't successful.
mm.
But I got to give them some props. They didn't spend all the money. They didn't spend a ton of money this year. And the Pirates spent more money. Have spent more money than the Yankees have. Just about every team in the league has spent more money than the Yankees have. And my point being, if you're from New York, I just don't understand how between two teams you pick the worst one.
Mhm.
Like I just don't believe that Mets fans actually exist. I really just don't believe it. And I was asking my buddy, like, how are you from New York and you're a Mets fan? He's like, well, you live in Queens. Who cares? It's a 15-minute drive to Yankee Stadium from Queens. Me personally, if I'm from New York and I got to pick a team, I'm picking the Yankees. 100%.
Interesting.
100% 100% picking the Yankees.
So you're giving Yankees props. Are you buying or selling the Yankees?
I'm gonna ju- I'm gonna see the price that they're at right now, and I'm just gonna let it ride. To be honest with you,
Mhm.
no buy, no sell yet. Big sell on Bo Bichette though. Um, you deserve it. You sell out. I know he's not going to see that, but you sell out.
My first buy, and people are gonna go, "Oh, here we go, here we go." But hear me out. But I'm gonna buy in to Mister Kenny Pickett being the Panthers' backup and being the next guy to be like Mac Jones, not Sam Darnold. I don't think we're gonna get another one of those for a while.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield redemption arc. Hear me out. People like to obviously still bag on Kenny. They do.
Yeah.
But when has he gotten a fair share of being a starter since Pittsburgh?
He really has.
Even though I still think even in Pittsburgh he didn't get a fair share because he had the worst offensive coordinator ever. Eagles, he was never going to take Jalen Hurts. That was his job, but he played well when he got the chance. The Browns, he was going to be the starter, but he hurt his hamstring, and that's out of his control. The Raiders, come on. It's the Raiders. And his first start with the Raiders was against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Another thing, especially the Raiders too.
It was a disaster.
I mean, they took Geno Smith, who had a really good year in Seattle, and just made him look like he was just not an NFL quarterback.
For sure.
I believe he got sacked 55 times last year.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Kenny did not play well when he went in against the Chiefs, but it was also against the Chiefs still. Even on a down year, still being thrown out there with no game plan, and the Raiders, it was just a disaster. It was a complete and utter disaster of a year.
And that down year is thanks to Mahomes' ACL as well.
Yeah.
They didn't really lose much on the defensive side of the ball either.
But because his fifth-year option, because now he's not on his rookie contract anymore for Pittsburgh. He finally got to pick a spot he wanted to go to. And he went to the Panthers. Now he's not taking Bryce Young's job. But something tells me, and I know Bryce made it to the playoffs last year, so he saved it, but I don't know, man. Something's giving me the feeling that the Panthers, I mean, I don't want to say not confident in Bryce Young, but like, where are they with him? You know,
I think his stock's. I think his stock's growing.
It's growing, but
he looked a lot better this year than he did in recent years.
Here's the thing. I think it's fair to say his stock is growing, but it didn't start growing until last season.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say.
That's absolutely fair to say.
So that's why I'm saying don't roll out Kenny. Don't.
If I were Kenny, I would start taking scout reps on the D line ASAP, because rumor has it if you take scout reps on the D line that you will eventually go to a different team and be talked about as a potential MVP. Rumor has it.
Gosh, but I'm buying in as him as a backup, and such. And now, what's the middle between? I have one that is like your Yankees. Like, I'm not buying nor am I selling. And that's Aaron Rodgers being back for one more year. Because here's the thing. Different coach. So I don't.
They seem to be boys.
I can't say it's going to be the same because it's a different coach. If Mike Tomlin was still in charge, it would be the mindset I had going into last season. Until you win a playoff game, I'm not changing my mind. And part of me is like that still, kind of, but it's a new coach this time, so I can't say for certain. But here's the thing. The Steelers did go from this is going to be not a disaster of a year, but a mid-year because we didn't have a quarterback still. I don't care. Fight me. We still didn't have one. To, okay, Now I can see us winning 10 games or more. But I'm also not confident in saying that. So,
I can say I'm very confident once again, just because even with the new head coach coming in, Aaron Rodgers is still a veteran quarterback
mm,
who's he's done it, he's seen it all, he's done it all. That's still he's Aaron Rodgers should be running that. He should be calling that offense.
for sure.
I
For
mean,
sure.
I
I
believe
agree.
that, and I want to believe that he will be.
I
So
agree.
that gives me a lot more confidence than if we brought in somebody than if we were starting, like Will Howard or Drew Aller, or brought a new guy. What gives me more confidence is knowing that Aaron Rodgers is a vet,
Hmm.
and that he is going to be running. He's also the type, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
He's done it. He's done it all. He's a grown man. He's going to be running that offense.
for sure.
And you got another target to throw to,
Michael Pittman, yeah.
Michael Pittman, who's, say what you want about him. You can say people say what they want to say, but he is a good target to have.
For sure. For sure.
Very good target to have. I mean, tight end room is going to be great. Tight end room is always good. Fryermuth is good for. He's probably good for like 25 catches and 25 touchdowns, or two catches for 44 yards and a touchdown
I will
every
say though,
game. He's good for that. Darnell Washington's a beast.
I will say
We're
though, if one of
talking
these
now.
quarterbacks don't figure it out to get close to a chip, I don't know what Pat Fryermuth is going to be thinking, man. He's been such a loyal soldier to this team and to this organization. I don't.
He's
I'm
a stud.
interested in
He's an
seeing.
absolute beast.
I'm
All respect
interested
to
in
that
seeing
guy. Not
what.
to mention the backfield. The backfield looks good.
Mhm.
Backfield got dudes again.
Yeah. All right. I feel like we need to have at least one more sell before we close things out, and I think I have mine.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I gotta think about one.
I saw a tier list, and it's so funny, and I know you're gonna laugh because you love dogging on this school a lot. Had the Pitt Panthers being a sleeper team in college football. Sell all the way. You don't know a single thing about the Pitt Panthers if you think they're. Now, here's the thing. I think Mason Heinschel is right now a solid quarterback and could develop into a really good quarterback. But it's still the Pitt Panthers, and Pat Narduzzi is still in charge. Sell all the way. I'm not saying it can't happen. Anything can happen in college football. But
It can't happen.
it's still the Pitt Panthers.
It
It's
can't
still
happen
it's still the Pitt Panthers.
until you get James Conner, Larry Fitzgerald back in there. It cannot happen.
Mhm.
I have my next sell, Mike.
Okay.
Anybody who knows me, anyone who sees my any type of reel where I am the one talking, you know what this will be. I'm gonna sell Leon Draisaitl.
Oh my God.
Sell all of them.
Oh my God. Here
Sell
we go.
all of them.
Here we go. Blah 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 this. Blah 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 blah. Leon Draisaitl. Ho ho ho.
He's not good. He's not good.
Just like just like I could
Anybody,
say just like I could say in college, Drew Aller was not good, and Shador Sanders. Well, that one I actually do agree with you.
dude, he's not good.
Oh
You can
my.
take any you can take any guy in the league, and they will do what Leon Draisaitl does if you put him on a line with McDavid. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Leon Draisaitl was quiet. All his goals scored were assists from you know who, and they get bounced. They get bounced first round of the playoffs. Absolutely stung. Absolutely stung. And then they go and fire their head coach,
Oh yeah, that's right. We haven't talked. We didn't talk about that.
and then they fire their head coach. You know what? You got to get McDavid. That's the worst thing. I'm gonna sell that too. I'm gonna sell the Oilers firing their head coach. I mean, I understand. You go to back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, lose to the Panthers in both, and then lose the first round of the playoffs. How do you just get rid of that? How do you just get rid of a guy that's taking you to the playoffs, though? Took you to the Stanley Cup Final twice and lost. I mean, I get it, they lost, but I think that's the worst decision. That's the worst decision that the Oilers could have ever made. Because for those of you that do not know the origin story behind Chris Knobloch coached Connor McDavid through juniors. He coached him when he was here with the Erie Otters. So there's something there. McDavid when the Oilers brought Knobloch in, McDavid loved that. He was ecstatic for that. Now they get rid of his boy. McDavid's contract is up after this season. After the 26-27 season, I should say.
I will say,
It's up after this upcoming season. And and Knobloch's going to land a job somewhere. He is too good a coach to not land a job somewhere else in the NHL. And you know what? Wherever he goes, I can almost there's a 90% chance wherever he goes, McDavid's going with him.
oh boy,
That's like,
you're
dude,
finding me
that's
confused, dude.
essentially this dude, it's on the same level as if the Lakers were like, nah, send Bronny to Dallas. Send Bronny to Dallas. You know who's going with him? His dad. It's the same thing. So sell Leon Draisaitl, sell the Edmonton firing Knobloch, and I can't sell another team. There's not another team that's still alive in the playoffs that I don't like, which is unfortunate.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Buy the Buffalo Sabres, by the way.
Bye.
Yes.
Bye. Nice, nice, nice. But
That's an organization that's gotten boned more than you can imagine. 2017 NHL draft lottery. They were the worst team in hockey. You know what pick they landed? Number two. You know who landed number one? The Edmonton Oilers for Connor McDavid. If you're a Sabres fan, you are sick to your stomach to this day. Because if they had McDavid, they take the Canadians in 5 games.
good lord. But
I
yeah,
stand by what I said.
gosh, of course you do. But all right, so we are running out of time because I gotta edit. I'm gonna edit this probably once I'm done working with my actual job. Um, but one more time, thank you to Defrisher Recycling and Junk Removal. Get in contact with them. Defrisher Recycling at gmail.com. Also, thank you to La Spada Contracting and Landscaping. Look them up on Facebook. La Spada Contracting and Landscaping. For all their services. Dom, any final words?
Um,
It should be happy birthday. No, I'm kidding.
Happy birthday, Mike. The day you're seeing this, Mike, the day you're seeing this, it is Mike's birthday.
I am in my Jordan. I'm in my Jordan era.
Yeah, I'm in my Kobe era now, so bang bang. Um,
Hells yeah.
God bless our troops, God bless America, and Scotty Scheffler to win the US Open.
Really?
It's got to be him, dude. I mean, he finished second at the Masters,
Mm.
couldn't get it done at the PGA. It just makes so much. I mean, yeah, I mean they do forget Scotty had a birdie putt, which he did a birdie putt on 18 at Augusta. That event that we didn't know it at the time, that would have put him one down, but Rory did end up bogeying 18 to win the Masters, which would have put them into a playoff. But Scotty's got the U.S. Open to complete his career Grand Slam. That I believe it's at Shinnecock Hills in New York, and just got it. It was always Scotty. It was always Scotty.
It was always Scotty. It was always Scotty. But all right, take it home. If you got a piece of paper near you. Oh boy.
I do.
Welcome to the Zoom era.
Welcome to the
Good night, America.